Good morning, family. Happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, April 4th, 8:43 a.m. Um, I was going to say something about the number 43, which is a reoccurring theme over the past, I don't know, couple months now. And I see that number a lot. So, um, gratitude. Oh, no. Before I get into that, um, what am I supposed to say? I'm drawing a blank right now. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. It's never too early, never too late to hit the thumbs up button on the video. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Be sure to share this video on your social media, share it with friends. Invite folks to get in on this love. We're focusing on positive things because where our energy flows is our energy grows where our attention flows. So that is my inspiration for doing this live 28-day gratitude practice. So as I mentioned before, here we are on day 15. So before I get into day 15, I'm going to share a few of my gratitudes this morning. Um, it's a little late for me this morning doing this, and to be completely honest, I was having some trouble doing my gratitudes this morning, and so I really just kind of wanted to sit with that and figure out, like, where I was this morning in my body, where I am spiritually, where I am um, just all around. And so I just took some extra time to be present with that. I did finally finish my gratitudes, so I'll go ahead and share a few of those. I'm grateful for windows because they help me to see through walls. And that one kind of, it may seem, like really basic or maybe a little strange. I don't know. But one thing I've always observed is that everything that's man made always tends to mimic nature, right? And so it made me think of, like, well, what do physical windows in the home actually represent in nature or even in the human body, right? I mean, you hear the saying that, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And yeah, I thought that was kind of a beautiful thought to just kind of ponder on for today. So, windows, I'm thankful for windows this morning. um, I'm thankful for scented candles burning in the kitchen because they make my home smell good. I got new shoes yesterday. I'm thankful for my new shoes uh, because they accessorize my fly rings, and part of my mission is to be a fly. That's really what I wrote. I'm grateful for moments to laugh with Dolly. My daughter is so funny. And I really appreciate seeing her appreciation for laughter. And she plays jokes, and she'll tell jokes or play pranks and stuff like that. And it's so funny to me. I appreciate her humor. So that's a few of my gratitudes for this morning. I'll go ahead and jump into practice number 15 from Rhonda Burns, The Magic. As I always mention, you're welcome to follow along if you already have a copy of this book. If you'd like a digital copy of the book, I'm happy to share the one that I have with you. Just drop me your email address and I'll happily send it over to you. But the way that this whole live 28-day gratitude practice is designed, I read aloud at least a chapter a day from this book for you. So you don't necessarily need um, a copy of the book. But I think it's always good to add wonderful pieces to the collection of books. So whether it be audiobook or digital book or hard copies. So yeah. Day 15, magically heal your relationships. If you have difficult or broken relationship, excuse me, if you have a difficult or broken relationship, are suffering from a broken heart, or hold any resentment or blame toward another person for anything, you can change it through gratitude. Gratitude will magically improve any difficult relationship, whether that person is a husband or wife, brother or sister, son or daughter, partner, boss, business client, work colleague, mother or father in law, parent, friend, or neighbor. When we are faced with a difficult relationship or a challenging situation in a relationship, in almost all cases, we're not in the least bit grateful for the other person. Instead, we're busy blaming the other person for the problems we have with them, and that means we don't have a shred of gratitude. Blame is never going to make a relationship better, and it's never going to make your life better. In fact, the more you blame, the worse the relationship gets, and the worse your life gets. Whether it's a current relationship or a past relationship, if you harbor bad feelings toward another person, practicing gratitude will eliminate those feelings. Why would you want to remove your bad feelings about another person? Um, Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. I love that quote from Buddha. Uh, Circa 563 BC to 483 BC, obviously, the founder of Buddhism. Um, I guess it's appropriate to say Gautama Buddha because there are multiple Buddhas. So, but feeling about another person, excuse me, bad feelings about another person burn your life, but gratitude will eliminate them. For example, if you have an ex partner who is connected to you through your children and the relationship isn't good, look at your children's faces and realize that they wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for your ex partner. Your children's lives are one of the most precious gifts you have. Look at your children and give thanks to your ex partner for their lives every single day, as well as bringing peace and harmony to the relationship. Through your example, you will be teaching your children the greatest tool for their life, gratitude. Or if you're suffering from a broken heart or grief due to a relationship having ended, you can use gratitude's magical power to transform your pain. Gratitude magically transforms emotional pain into healing and happiness faster than anything else. And the story of my parents is a perfect example of that. My mother and father fell in love with each other virtually at first sight. From the moment they met, they were truly grateful to be with each other, and they had the most beautiful marriage I have ever seen. When my father died, my mother understandably suffered from enormous grief. After months of suffering, she began to use gratitude's magical power, and despite her immense grief and pain, she looked for things to be grateful for. She began with the past and she recalled all the wonderful times of happiness she had received through the decades with my father. Then she took the next big step and she looked for things to be grateful for in the future. One by one, she found them. She found or remembered things she had always wanted to do but didn't have time to do when my father was alive. And with this courageous step of gratitude, opportunities to fulfill her dreams magically poured in, and her life became rich with happiness again. The magical power of gratitude gave my mother a new life. For today's magical practice, you are going to look for a hot coal that is burning your life and literally turn it into gold through gratitude. Choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. It doesn't matter whether the person is currently in your life or it's a past relationship and the person is no longer in your life. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Think back through the history of the relationship and list the great things about the person or the great things you received from the relationship. The easiest way to do this is to think back to the way things were before the relationship deteriorated or ended. If the relationship was never good, think hard about any good qualities in the person because they are there. The magical practice is not about who is right or wrong. No matter what you feel someone has done to you, no matter what someone has said or didn't do, you can magically heal the relationship and you don't need the other person in order to heal it. There's gold in every relationship. even the difficult ones. And to bring riches to all your relationships in your life, you have to find the gold. As you dig and discover a nugget of gold, write it down. Address the person by name and express your sentence in gratitude. So, name, I am grateful for blank. So, here are some samples. Number one, Paul, I'm grateful for our time together. While our marriage did end and I learned a lot, I am so much wiser today, and I use what I learned from our marriage in many of my relationships today. Two, Paul, I'm grateful for everything you did to try and make our marriage work because 10 years of marriage means you did try. Number three, Paul, I am grateful to you for our children. The joy I receive from them every day could not be without you. Number four, Paul, I'm grateful to you for the hard work and long hours you put in to support our family while I was at home taking care of the children. It was a big responsibility to have all of us depend on you. So thank you. Number five, Paul, I'm grateful for you for the precious moments I had with our children as they grew up. I got to see our children talk and walk for the first time, and I know you didn't have that opportunity. Those are really thoughtful gratitudes. Number six, Paul, I'm grateful for your support when I went through a difficult time of grief and loss. Number seven, Paul, I'm grateful to you for the times when I was sick and you did your best to take care of me and the children. Number eight, Paul, I'm grateful for the great times we had, and we did have many. Number nine, Paul, I'm grateful that you want to continue to be a father to our children. And number 10, Paul, I'm grateful for your support and the time you want to give to our children. I know they mean as much to you as they do to me. By the time you finish your gratitude list of 10 things, you should feel much better about the person in the relationship. I feel better about Paul after reading all of those. The ultimate point you want to reach is where you don't have any bad feelings toward the person anymore because it's your life that gets harmed by those feelings. Every relationship is different. And if need be, you may choose to repeat this magical practice over several days until you reach the point where you don't have any bad feelings toward the person anymore. If you are using gratitude's magical practice to improve a current relationship, you will see the relationship begin to change miraculously before your eyes. It only takes one person to magically change a relationship through gratitude, but it is the person who uses gratitude who receives the benefits in their whole life. If you choose a past relationship where you are not in contact with the person anymore, you will feel a peace and happiness fill you. And at the same time, you will see other current relationships in your life magically improve. In the future, if a relationship becomes challenging, remember to use this magical practice immediately. You will stop the difficulties before they get any bigger, and instead, you will increase the magic in the relationship. So, here's a review for today. Magic practice number 15, magically heal your relationships. Number one, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number two, choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. Number three, sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Write it down in the following way. I think I'm covering up the mic. I'm going to start over with number three. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Write it down in the following way. Blank, I'm grateful for blank. So, person's name, I'm grateful for what? And finally, number four, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. And that's it for today's magical practice. So, yeah, be well, family. Have a wonderful, peaceful, joyful, abundant, happy. Have a good Saturday, and I will see y'all tomorrow for day 16 of our live 28-day gratitude practice. Be sure to share on your social media, share with your friends, hit the like, thumbs up button, and if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, I welcome you to become one. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, family. Peace.